Well. Best damn nation. Beautiful people. Today is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. Your boys are back in effect, and it is the 15th episode. Fellas, can I get a Ric Flair? Woo!
Woo!
Oh, man. My name is Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. I got my boy, the genie of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, the Dawn of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Your boy, the one and only LP, is in the building.
What's going on, everybody?
And over there, I got the Sultan of Spices, El Fuego himself, Chef Showtime. What's happening, partner?
What's good? What's good?
We are the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Thank you for watching us. You could be anywhere in the world, but you ain't. You right here watching your boys each and every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern. Thank you for joining the show. Fellas, it's been a lot going on in wrestling. And you know, every week I have to do it. It's my favorite segment. It's Hot Topics. Listen, there is something called family in wrestling. You know, lineage. Is that a word? Am I saying that right? Family. You know what I'm saying? Bloodlines, if we will. I have to talk about one person in particular that since I've seen her arrival in NXT, I've been waiting to see her debut and what it'll be like. She is the daughter of the legendary wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Ava Raine, The Rock's daughter, just debuted with a group in NXT who calls themselves Schism. Schism is LP. What would you describe Schism as? The group Schism in NXT. Like a support group cult. You know what I mean?
I think it's a way for them to not completely focus on her, to take some of the pressure off group. That's a short way of saying it.
To take the pressure off. I can definitely see that. I'm excited to see how that goes with her in NXT. I want to see how she wrestles. You know what I mean? I want to say that she's good, but I haven't seen anything from her. And her father, there's a lot of pressure, man. She's a fourth generation wrestler in WWE. You know, her father wrestled, her grandfather wrestled. It goes all the way back to High Chief Peter Maivia. Then you have Rocky Johnson, and then The Rock, and now she has arrived. So she has a lot of, heavy shoes to fill, to be honest with you. She got some big boots. Let me know what you think about Ava Raine debuting, who is The Rock's daughter, and what do you think about some of the expectations put on her? Let me go, LP.
I think first of all, they were smart by putting her in NXT. I've seen a lot of people talk about why she didn't join the Bloodline or why they didn't bring her to the main roster. I saw a couple people talking about they should have had her fight Charlotte Flair. I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? She ain't even lace her boots up. So I'm glad that The Rock was smart enough, unlike Rey Mysterio, that we all seen how Dominique turned out. I think that The Rock was very smart, and knowing that she needed to develop herself. It really should be years before she go look at that main roster. I'm talking about 2 or 3 years. I ain't talking about no year. She needs time before. There should be plenty of people ahead of her that should be going over there before she gets there. But I think that she has more pressure than any wrestler's kid out there. There's no way she could have did like Steiner's son. Most people Steiner's not The Rock. So he got a little pressure on him, but a lot of the wrestlers got a lot of kids out there. There's no way she could have wrestled and nobody knew she was the Rock's daughter. So I think so far they're doing a good job on her directory. As long as they don't try to rush it and see what she can do. I know she's gonna be decent. It's the Rock's daughter. Genetics. I'm pretty sure the Rock. I don't see her sucking, but we'll see.
Chef, you over there looking side-eyed, man. You got some things on your mind. What you got to say about Ava Raine, Dwayne The Rock daughter? Huh? What you got to say about his daughter, man?
All I can say is, like he said, hold you ain't like Dominic Mysterio. You know what I mean? Because you see Rey Mysterio is a beast in the ring. Dominic sucks. The Rock is a beast in the ring. His daughter sucks. You know? Not everybody kid comes out like they daddy. Randy Orton, Billy Bob Orton, they both was okay. Ray Dominic, I think somebody else is his daddy, not Rey Mysterio. I don't know.
Well, we don't know yet, Chef. We got to give her a chance to see what she can do in the ring and what she can bring to this group. Schism. Already, she's brought some attention and some eyes to the group. That really want on it.
That's the only way. That's what. Because if think about it, if they would have never brought her to the group, nobody would know who Schism is.
I get it to you.
She might be better than The Rock.
What?
Let's hold on. Hold on. Before we move on, hear me out. Let's look at some of the kids that are doing good, that famous wrestlers.
Okay.
You say wrestling wise, if you're a Charlotte Flair fan, would you say Charlotte is better than Flair in the ring?
That's
that's a
good one.
You know what? Okay, that's a loaded question.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to watch them wrestle side by side, both in their prime, I probably would prefer a Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. The Usos. Are they better than Rikishi?
Oh man.
No. I'm a Rikishi fan.
I'm talking about wrestling wise. Rikishi was not the best wrestler.
I would say, okay, all right. If I had to give you one, I would say Randy Orton is better than his father and his grandfather.
All right, what about Cody? What about Cody Rhodes?
See, you talk about another legend, man. You got, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of tough, man. You talking about, Dusty Rhodes, man. That's Dusty Rhodes is more than his ring career.
Is Cody better than him?
No, he's cheating right now.
No, man, no. Better in what way? You talking about in the ring, or you talking about
in the ring? Wrestling? I'm talking about in the ring.
What
Be honest.
Supervised.
It's only one Dusty Rhodes. I'm sorry. No, I wouldn't put Cody over Dusty Rhodes. I'm sorry. I can't. Dusty means too much to people. That you hit me with some daggers, LP. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that.
I'm just saying.
To be honest with you.
She could be better than The Rock. I mean, a lot of these kids are actually better than their parents. People may not want to hear it.
Tamina Snuka.
Who was his kid?
Tamina Snuka.
Tamina Snuka. I mean, it ain't always the case. Hey, Ted DiBiase was better than his dad.
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I would not. I didn't enjoy watching Ted DiBiase. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I enjoyed watching his father.
What about Bron Breakker and Rick?
He's better than Rick. He's better than Rick. I'm sorry. He ain't better than his uncle.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him over his uncle, but I would put him over his daddy. Yeah.
He's better.
Oh, I'll put him over his dad. I wouldn't put Ron Breaker over
Rick Steiner.
Rick Steiner. I wouldn't do that. Rick Steiner he was a singles breakout. Not saying that. I wouldn't do it. Ron Breaker is a star. Ava could be a star.
She could be.
She could be a star
if they push her the right way. She could be.
I hate to say it, but she just got to, pull that bottom lip down just a little bit because she talks to her teeth. She talks to her teeth. I got to be honest with you, and I can't speak because my teeth look like they're racing. But she talks through her teeth. She's going to have to either embrace that, and eventually it's going to come up. Like the Charlotte Flairs will probably say something about that. A good heel would really. I mean, she sound like she could speak.
Oh, she can be. She know how to write us.
She sounded like she could speak a little bit. She was kind of defending herself on why she joined the group Schism instead of just doing a singles run by herself. You know
why she did that, don't you? When did The Rock really become The Rock? When he joined the Nation. So she's kind of skipping and going straight to the group.
I wasn't mad at that.
Yeah, it's smart. Smart.
That was smart. I'm not mad at that at all.
I wouldn't have did Schism though. I would have did something little, a girl group or something.
Well, look, I'll put it like this: she put eyeballs on the group. Technically, she can make it like a Rhea Ripley and it be her group. You know what I mean? I like the dynamic. I hate to say it, but I do like the dynamic. I would probably prefer her to debut a different way, but being in the group gives her a safety net. It gives her some cushion, and then she has 3 really great wrestlers. Man, them guys can go. All 3 of them. Joe Gacy is good. The Grizzled. They used to be called the Grizzled Young Veterans, but they just changed their whole character and look, which shows diversity in what they can do. And the boys can go in the ring; they can really wrestle. So she's amongst a good group of wrestlers who can go and probably teach her and really train with her. And she has protection. So I want to see where it goes. I like the Ava Raine character, and if she makes it her own, and like you said, LP, she joined a group. She was a couple of steps ahead of her pops. You know what I'm saying? And joined a group that makes her look strong, and it brings out her independence as a female wrestler on the scene. And NXT is a great place for her to start. I would hate to see them rush her up to main roster and she's not ready, and then she gets lost in the sauce, and it's like, why did you even do that? So I want to see her develop. Man, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson's daughter. Man, she has a lot of pressure on her, just like Dominic being, Rey Mysterio's son. It's a lot of pressure to that. Brian Breaker still feels that same pressure, but he's proven himself to be a star. So I'm really, I can't wait to see it. Y'all got to give Ava Raine some time to develop her skills, and you'll see. I'm interested to see what her move is, though. I want to see what her moveset is.
Her first match is going to be important.
It is. It's going to be important. And her first opponent is going to be very important. So I hope they just don't give her no scrub.
She's going to use the rock bottom.
She should. She should do it. And you know what? She could really, hold up. That might be something. She really could turn the people's elbow into something.
Yeah.
Think about it. She got the whole Schism thing, which is like the cult, the I don't know what you would call it, a support group, a AA group of sorts, and the people's elbow makes sense within that concept of that character. Now, how will she do it? I think she should really, I don't know.
That should be something saved later on, like make it a special moment. Don't just start doing all the Rock stuff off gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do his whole move. She got to make her own stuff. Just like Charlotte Flair got, what she call it, the figure eight.
Yeah.
That ain't what she take the rock bottom, but she gotta do something to tweak it a little bit to give it her own.
Yeah, add a little stank on it. You know what I'm saying?
So what Dominique have a finishing move?
What?
Dominique, does he have a move?
He's the same
His
move
finishing
as Eddie.
move is Eddie Guerrero's
Frog Splash.
Frog Splash.
His real
That's
daddy.
his finishing move. He needs a different move. I really will have to say he needs to stop doing that. He just pisses people off for no reason, and it's not benefiting him any. I would like to see him have a different move and stop kind of hiding behind Judgment Day.
He's not
in this case, even though Judgment Day was a good move from him, he really has to do something with it because, to be honest with you, Rhea Ripley is looking a lot stronger than Dominic. And that, my friends, is how you transition to the slam heard around the world when Rhea Ripley picked up 300-pound Luke Gallows and power slammed him outside the ring. It was great. LP, I think you would have enjoyed that because it did look a little sexy. All that power. With ease.
I think she's one of the most popular females, period. I think she up there like, you see the little girls dressing as like for Halloween? Like her she's up there with Bianca. Like they ain't pushing her in the women's division, but she's very popular.
She doesn't really need to wrestle. She's getting over and she's not wrestling. Let that sink in.
It's getting old though. Like the whole hit me.
Is it though?
To me, I'm sorry. Like, you remember when China used to do that? China used to do that when she first started, like, we ain't gonna hit a woman, until that ran out.
Somebody is, yeah. But China,
they're gonna start putting hands on her because you can't keep on her doing that. Hit me. Somebody gonna yoke her sooner or later. AJ ain't never about to do it. AJ ain't never thinking about it.
He was close. He was this close.
She about to get that.
I got little girls. I can't do that on TV. But you, woo! AJ was close to that. You know what I'm saying? AJ had the pimp hand up.
I'm about
think about your mama, man. Think about your mama. So you're right. I think somebody is going to eventually do that to Rhea. I'm not sure. I don't want to see it. And it might be subtle and inverted. I don't think they want to promote something like that. But who is the answer for Rhea Ripley in the women's division?
Like they can beat her? Or OC?
Like really believable beat her.
Bianca
could beat her, and I could see her going up against what's that girl name? The new wrestler. Something Rodriguez.
Oh, Raquel
Rodriguez. I can see them going at it too. Yeah.
To be honest, like Charlotte could beat her, but Charlotte ain't there. So we talking about current wrestlers. Bayley could beat her. Bayley can beat her.
You really think Bayley? And I would love to see that. This Bayley, Damage Control Bayley versus Rhea Ripley, Judgment Day Rhea Ripley. I would love to see them two go at it. And you're right, they would put on a banger and they can really tell some stories. But Rhea looks good, man. I don't know. Like, I think that she is poised to be at the top of the women's division whenever they unleash her on the women's division.
Asuka can beat her. Like, let's not act like there ain't no females that can beat her. Asuka can beat her. Asuka. Yeah. Like, they build her up like a channel, but like, they got a couple of females. Alexa, I don't know about that, but I think I don't know how they will make that make sense because Alexa, the small frame females, but those main ones, I really think they can But I don't think they're doing that. Like they keep on rumoring the OC is gonna bring somebody in, but everybody been trying to figure out if it's. But Beth Phoenix don't work because that's the whole Edge thing. Some people saying Beth Phoenix, but like who can the OC bring in?
That's gonna really fit the group.
I don't know who. Who.
I was thinking about that. Who would they bring in to the OC that would fit the group and not look like it's a one-off? You know what I'm saying? Where somebody just shows up just for a particular match. If they're going to bring a female figure into the group, I want them to bring somebody into the group that's strong, that makes the group look strong. But it has to be a veteran of some sort. All of them guys are vets, man. So it would make sense to bring a newbie up into that group. This woman that they bring into the OC will have to have a little teeth in the game, you know what I'm saying, as they would say. But that slam that Rhea Ripley did against Luke Gallows really impressed people, and it really brought a different type of strength to Rhea because they already knew she was strong. But now her character is the most feared character in Judgment Day. We've been saying that all along, how she should be the leader. She is the unspoken leader of Judgment Day. They're trying to pit it as all of them are equal. That's not true. Rhea Ripley's star is growing bigger than even Finn Balor's.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
In the little Mexico, the show in Mexico they just had recently, they had Raquel Rodriguez with the OC and Rey Mysterio against Judgment Day.
I don't like that too. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It don't all the way make sense, you know. Make it make sense, Jesus. Make it make sense. I don't make sense to me.
Ray got no problems right now over there on SmackDown with them Imperium boys. So I don't know, Ray don't want no more over the Judgment Day. He got to worry about them hand chops he getting.
I can't wait, sir. I know he's going to chop the soul out of Ray. He's going to Ray. You know, Ray is good. Ray is good, man. Ray knows how to fight giants. He knows how to fight big, strong wrestlers. Rey Mysterio, the legendary Rey Mysterio, he's no stranger to fighting big guys.
Yep.
Gunther is just a little different, though, man. He's just a little different. And I just want to see that first chop, because he's gonna fly across the ring. I'm telling you, he gonna fly a couple feet. That first chop, he gonna do the Matrix. I see it already. You know what I'm saying? I see it already. Let's keep the train moving, fellas. This past Friday, we saw the Bloodline in full glory. And there was a segment where Roman Reigns wanted to stop the beef that was happening within the faction. He wants the Bloodline strong. And he was like, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. If you guys, and he was speaking to Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, if you guys are going to act like children, then I'm going to treat you like children. We are not going to do our business behind the scenes. We're going to air it out right here in front of everybody. So Sami looks at Jey and says, hey man, I don't know what your problem is. Roman likes me. Solo likes me. Jimmy likes me. Everybody likes me but you. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. And then Sami Zayn extended his hand to shake Jey Uso's hand in solidarity. Jey looked at him. You know, Jey always sideways. Said, if you'll get that hand away from me. And then he started to talk about, I don't like you. Nobody in my family likes you. I'm just the realest one to say it.
Did you see Jimmy's face when he said that?
Man, I'm just the realest one to say it. So Sammy was like, hey man, the tribal chief wants us to get along. Jay was like, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief wants. Oh my God. You would have thought Roman Reigns got hit in the back with a chair. He looked at him, he was like, he stared him down too. Jay looked like a scared puppy. He ain't really know how to look at him, you know, kind of turning away from him. And then Sammy steps in as the liberator, the peacemaker that he is. And he says, Roman, he didn't mean that. Jay was like, nah, I ain't mean that. Nah, I ain't mean. He started backpedaling. He started reneging. Nah, I ain't mean that. I ain't mean that. And Sammy said one of the greatest lines in wrestling history. Jey Uso has not been feeling oozy lately. The fans go crazy. Start yelling, oozy, 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 oozy. Everybody in the ring broke character.
Yeah.
Sammy broke everybody's character in the ring. And if you don't know what breaking your character means, it's like when you're a wrestler, you're playing a character. You're playing an extended version of yourself, but you're playing a character essentially. When you break character, that means you laugh. That means you do something out of the character that's out of the element. And certain wrestlers, like a Sami Zayn, intentionally tries to break other people's character. He broke Solo's character. Solo, anytime you see somebody black do this, man, they start wiping their whole face. They try not to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Hey. All of the people who are not of my skin complexion. Anytime you see a brother do all this, wipe his face like he Prince. He's trying not to laugh. They're trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? So he broke everybody's character in the room. And Roman looks at him, he was like, Jack, that's what's happening there? You're not feeling oozy? Man, that was one of the greatest segments of the year. I have to say, because it's entertaining, it's funny. Sammy broke everybody's character in that ring. LP, let me know what you think about Jey Uso not being oozy.
Well, I thought everybody breaking, I thought it was hilarious. It was like some old Saturday Night Live must when they be doing skits and they be trying to stay in character. Because even when Jay was still trying to look upset, he couldn't do it because of damn. You know, he's trying to hold in a laugh, and you see somebody else about to laugh. That shit just make it worse. Even Paul had a little grin over there, but Paul held it together a little better because Paul jumped in and saved Roman because Roman still was about to keep on laughing. That's when Paul jumped in. But before that happened though, we go back to what I said earlier because Jim, you see how Jimmy jumped in Jay's face and he was right there for Sammy. So it's still headed to where I said they're heading. Unless they change their mind, which I don't see why they would. Cause I don't see them stopping the beef because of last week. Even though they busted out laugh, whatever, the storyline's still going. And Sammy and his issue is gonna cause Roman. I don't want to say it's gonna cause Roman to lose the belt. I don't want to go that crazy. But it's gonna come to a head at Crown Jewel. I just don't know how. Like, if they give that boy that belt,
don't say it. Don't say it.
I swear. If you look at everything, they are literally pushing this knockout thing to death. They keep on pushing that out. Like, I just don't know at this point in time. I can't 100% say Roman's gonna keep that belt. And it may be the WCW David Arquette moment of the year. To let that
man, I hope that does not come to a head. Jay, when we're gonna talk more about that, in a second. But I want to get Chef Showtime's views on Jey Uso.
Oh my God, that
Not
was
being Uzi.
that man. That Uzi, that right there, that Uzi had everybody going crazy, because it was funny because how if you watched it when he said it, it just the look on everybody's face is just my God, that's because you saw Jay the whole time just cracking up, but but he couldn't keep it in. That was awesome. You know what I mean? That's why I like Sammy. But to go back to what LP talking about, I don't think it's gonna be Sammy that's gonna break up the group, that's gonna destroy the bloodline. I got a feeling it's gonna be Solo.
Solo, I don't even talk.
Solo's
in his own mindset right now.
It's never the enforcer though.
Nah, yeah, he the muscle.
Why?
He the
It's never the enforcer. The enforcer is the muscle.
Have you been watching though? Like you see how Solo been flaring up on Jay. Jimmy been flaring up on Jay. They gonna collide because of it's not gonna be because Solo want to go for the belts. He gonna make the Usos lose the belts.
I think it might be Jay. And you're right. I would hate to see it. Speaking of the Paul brothers, I'm gonna make a little quick transition. If you are a boxing fan or fight fan,
that's what it's called, boxing. That's what it's called.
I'm gonna put this disclaimer out. I have not been a boxing fan since Mike Tyson left the world of boxing. I enjoyed boxing when the heavyweights were roaming the earth. The heavyweights division was my favorite division because you can always, almost every time, count on a knockout. A devastating knockout. So since then, I haven't really watched it. I appreciate Floyd Money Mayweather, but I'm not a big Floyd Money Mayweather fan. I have to be honest with you. I'm a fan of the character, but I'm not a fan of the boxing. Even though he has legendary boxing, I just like people who have knockout power. And not to say that he doesn't. I was just never a big fan of Floyd's style. I appreciate it. Just not quite a fan. I was a Roy Jones fan. You know what I'm saying? I liked his style. With that being said, there was a boxing match actually here in Phoenix between Logan Paul's younger brother, Jake Paul, and Anderson Silva, the legendary UFC fighter who devastated the UFC, lost to Jake Paul. I want to go around the room and get your thoughts on that. And do you think they made that whole thing may bleed over into the WWE and Logan Paul's situation with Roman Reigns? LP, what are your thoughts on that, sir?
First of all, I don't know if we can really call this boxing. I don't even know where to categorize it.
LP,
it can't be called professional boxers because they're not even professional boxers. So I really want to see what the hell is it called. Like, I think we all knew where it was going to head. Even if you watch the clip of that knockout, he didn't even touch him. Like, it's all over the internet. He swings and he missed him by like that much and he falls out. So look it up. So, but I do think his brother is going to show up. I think his brother going to show up in some kind of capacity because Roman versus Paul itself is not going to be exciting. It's going to be all these interference and all this other stuff that's going to have to make that match exciting. His brother showing up, the Usos, like the bloodline, they got to do different stuff. Just like the whole when Brock fought Roman, they had to bring in a goddamn tractor or whatever the hell that was to make sure that match was beyond crazy. So I think his brother's gonna play a part. I think Roman is gonna get knocked out, but I don't think Roman's gonna stay knocked out. He's gonna get hit because they blowing it up too much. But I mean, and he getting trained by Shawn Michaels. I would say the super kick matters, but everybody knows super kick is no longer a move that moves a damn anymore, which I hate. My favorite fence move of all time. But I do think he's gonna show up and he will play a part, whether his brother wins or loses.
Oh man, Chef, let me know what you think about the Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva fight.
You mean that slap boxing match, right? Like, I'm a boxing fan. Right now, my best boxer I follow is Gervonta Davis, the Tank. He's a beast, you know. But we talked about this in a chat. You know, that all that loss was to help the other MMA fighters. It wasn't. If you watched the fight, it wasn't a fight. They were just grazing each other, and Anderson Silva could have whooped that boy badly if he wanted to, because he was a boxer before he became an MMA fighter. And I'm like, it was just a waste. It was just a waste of money. It's a way to pull, to gain money for the MMA fighters. That's all it was. It wasn't even an entertaining fight at that.
Let's talk about that, because if that does come through, that is something huge for the world of boxing. I'm not sure if how much traction that'll actually get, but that was a huge gesture to start almost a boxing. What would you call it? Like a union of sorts. Yeah. It's like a boxing union to guarantee boxers fair pay,
better
healthcare, all of those things. If that, I'm not sure how that'll work, because that's too much of a disruptor in the world of mixed martial arts. And he's going to have a time trying to get that together and try to get that pushed, especially on a Dana White project, So I don't know how much validity that has. I mean, he's going to have to have some really good lawyers. That's all I'm saying.
Look at how long they've been trying to get wrestlers. Wrestlers don't even got health care. Vince don't even talk. They're not even employees. What Vince called them?
Contractors.
What? These don't even got insurance. Like, when is that gonna be like spoke about? Like, when is somebody really gonna do something about that? Triple H, everybody talk about everything else, and Triple H was a wrestler himself. He should be like, look, man, we making millions and millions of dollars, and these people getting hurt on their own dime. So yeah, I don't think the UFC fight is gonna do any better. They're gonna be doing matches like that, getting paid, and that's it.
Yeah. Like I said, I think he's going to have a hell of a time trying to get that passed and trying to get support from that. He's going to have some really good lawyers in order for him to fight for fair wages, and I just don't see that happening on his own. He's going to have to get really some strong support behind that mission. But I applaud the effort. I applaud the gesture. And if nothing else, it brings awareness to what some fighters are going through. So, if the fight was to promote that action, I would say bravo, well done, because we don't nobody else brave enough to do it. But there has to be somebody from the outside that didn't care about disrupting things to be able to make something like that happen. So, Jake Paul, a real one for that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of him. I really don't know much about him or his brother, to be honest with you. But they are media moguls, and they know how to market. If nothing else, they're really good marketers, with athletic backgrounds.
But you have to think about it. At the same time, The deal was, if I win, you help me with this UFC, put money toward the UFC healthcare. But if you win, I'll fight you in a kickboxing match. You really thought he was going to be in that kickboxing match?
He did not want to see Anderson Silva in no kind of kickboxing match.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, no, that was a setup.
Anderson Silva would knock him out with a pinky toe. What you say, LP?
I said you can't fake kickboxing. It'd be hard to fake that versus boxing. You can get away with boxing a little bit, but not kickboxing.
Yeah. I've been in some altercations before, but I ain't never been kicked in the face. I think when somebody kick you in the face, it make you reevaluate life. And you might not you might not want to mess with that person. You know what I'm saying? You turn into the daddy on Friday. Why you come down here messing with these people? You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of stuff, but I ain't never seen nobody get kicked in the face. So, I don't think Jake Paul wants that beef in a kickboxing fight with Anderson Silva. You saw when Anderson did a little fake, he didn't know what to do. He forgot everything he learned. He was like, what the hell? What was that? He lifted that knee up, boy. I thought he was gonna go for a kick or a spinning punch or something. You know what I'm saying? That's Anderson Silva. I was waiting for that spinning punch though. He would have laced him with that spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up and down, Jack. So I don't know if you guys have caught NXT. NXT is really becoming a really good product to watch. They're bringing in more storylines. They're bringing in younger talent. I like what they're doing down in NXT. They're even introducing some main roster wrestlers, repackaging them and putting them back out. Lately, we've seen R-Truth go down to NXT to grace his presence. R-Truth is royalty in the wrestling world. He is adored by everyone. If you had to have a ranking of the baby faces, I think that R-Truth is really up there in faces of in that role of uber baby face, somebody that's over. I remember R-Truth when he was angry all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, why is this dude so mad? But I didn't know that he was so funny until he started doing all of these segments. And lately, he just went down to NXT to face your boy Grayson Waller, who I'm a fan of Grayson Waller. I think he really has acting chops. He can really talk, and the boy can wrestle, man. He's good. He's had some really good moments in NXT this year. And Grayson Waller and R-Truth had a match. There was a spot when R-Truth did a dive over the top rope, a flipping dive, and Grayson Waller really wasn't in position to get him. I think he got the tail end of that, which was a foot to the face, but R-Truth landed on his knee, and now looks like he might be out with a knee injury. We spoke the last podcast about injuries and mainly concussions. That was a really great segment. I think we got a lot of praise for doing that. And I want to thank Mr. Everything for speaking so candidly about one of the incidents he had, even though he wasn't concussed. It just shows that anything can happen inside of a wrestling ring. And we, at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, we wish R-Truth a speedy recovery because we have to protect R-Truth at all costs. At all costs. Well, fellas, every week we have to do it. Mr. Everything has a special message for everyone. And let's go ahead and roll that beautiful Bing footage.
What's going on, Best Damn Crew? This is your boy, Mr. Everything. I apologize. I would not be on the show today, but I want to give you guys my best damn match of the week, and it's going to be my match at AEW. So, Brian, Renegade, go ahead and show them my best damn match of the week.
Mr. Everything, I will do that, sir. So prepare yourself for Mr. Everything's match of the week. We here at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast want to congratulate Mr. Everything on his debut at All Elite Wrestling. Mr. Everything is All Elite. To an extent. He had a really, really entertaining match with Orange Cassidy and Best Friends. And I was just so happy to catch it. You know, I started recording a little bit. So just to introduce y'all, I want to show y'all, if y'all haven't had a chance to check it out, Mr. Everything's match on AEW Dark.
There you go.
For everybody, guys. It's all right. Victor Andrews in right now, and here's double team. Here is Chuck,
the Kentucky Gentleman.
Great nickname, one of the greatest.
Yes, it is.
Boys, take a look at that. The double buys. They're hard not to like, you know. Oh yeah, that's right. Orange Cassidy got to take his sunglasses off. Now he gets to the Bryce Strongberg. Hold this while I go to work. Oh, not so sure he got warmed up. He was
a little. Really entertaining match. The crowd was super into it. Mr. Everything knows how to sell. He knows how to make other wrestlers look good. I thought it was entertaining, man. I did want to see him let off a little bit. He had one spot where, you know, he was wailing on Orange Cassidy. And then his boys came and took him out. So if you want to check that match out, just go to YouTube and just look up All Elite Wrestling's Dark Elevation with your boy Victor Andrews on that thing, you know. LP, did you get a chance to check out that match?
You post the link on the page?
I can post a link on the page to it. So whenever you guys get a chance, go check out Mr. Everything's match on AEW Dark. He probably already put it up himself, but I will post a link on the Best Damn Wrestling podcast page. What you think about Mr. Everything being All Elite, LP?
I thought it was cool. It's always cool to see him when he, you know, whether he's on that or when times he's been on Raw, even when he had to wear that dress. One of the I think it's cool because it just shows it takes time to get where you want to get. I remember CM Punk was with John Cena when he was one of the holding the machine gun on one of the when the little intro that John Cena did with the gangsters and CM Punk holding the gun. Like there's times where these wrestlers did this stuff like this. So when you get there, you look back and be like, hey, I remember Orange Cassidy's boys beat my tail. But now, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's growth for him. I'm always excited to see him make that transition. I just want to see some more offense, man. It's like getting smashed.
Yeah, I would have to say there's a trend on the show of every clip that we get of Mr. Everything. He's getting beat up.
he beat Billy Gunn, and the clips we show, he getting beat up by Billy Gunn.
So you know, we're going to see some more matches with Mr. Everything. But yeah, man, send me some clips where you know demolishing people, bro. Every clip I've seen, you just been getting your ass whooped. So, but you know, you do that, you fight really well, sir. We applaud you, the brothers at the Best Damn Wrestling podcast, man. We just wanted to show our love and support, and we salute Mr. Everything for doing what you do right now. He's traveling, about to go to another show. You know what I'm saying? Putting boots to asses. We just want to see it. That's it. Just one clip. LP, talk to you, boy. Just tell them to send us some clips, man. Some
clips, man, of you getting some offense in, man. Offense.
Oh, man. And following right behind that, we got to go to the genie of the Best Damn Wrestling podcast and ask LP, what was your best damn moment?
I think, well, we kind of already hit on it a little bit. The best moment this week was no doubt the ring promo with the Usos and Sammy. It ain't no other thing that happened that was more entertaining than that. I think it really showed that the bloodline are becoming faces. I don't know if anybody else is noticing this, but the bloodline are not necessarily heels right now. Like, they're faces. Like, officially, like, Roman is a face. He's not a heel. So I don't know if that was the plan. I don't know how they're going to keep that, but they're not really booing the bloodline. I think Sam is a big part of that because, he is entertaining. This is probably the most, I've always liked Sammy, but I never been a Sammy guy, but he's definitely entertaining. I still think I thought this was more about getting my boy KO in the mix, but I heard KO might not be around for a while. I've been reading a couple of things. I don't know what's going on with that. So that may not be the plan. So I think I don't know how far they're going to ride this Uzi train, but they definitely going full speed right now. And I just think I think soon it got to come to a head. And I really think this pay-per-view, something's going to happen. And if Sammy was the lead right now, which he's not leaving, but Sammy's the most popular member of he's more popular than Roman right now. I don't know if y'all want to agree.
It wouldn't be Uzi enough.
Sammy is the most popular member in the bloodline currently. So I don't know. But that's definitely a hands down best moment of the week.
Oh man, I gotta agree with you, man. That was one of the most funny things that I've seen in a long time. And it got me wanting to check my oosiness. You know what I'm saying? I just need to check my. I don't know how you would check your Uzi. I guess being a good friend and a good brother, you know what I'm saying, is how you become Uzi. You know what I'm saying? So people, if you need to be Uzi, just make sure that you're a good friend, that you're a positive person, and that you look out for your fellow brethren. You know, check your Uzi meter.
It might be
man. All right, fellas, real quick, we have to do Crown Jewel predictions. Best Damn Nation, I want you to shoot your predictions to the page, or if you want to type us in live on the comments, you can do that. Let us know what your Crown Jewel predictions are. Who do you have winning on this week? We have Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul at the main event. Real quick, LP, who you got?
Roman.
Going with Roman? All right. You're going with the tribal chief. All right. Chef Showtime, who you got?
Roman.
All right. Fellas, I have to agree with you. I have Roman also taking this home. I don't see Logan Paul taking the belt off of Roman Reigns. Let's get it. Lesnar versus Lashley. LP, who you got?
Lesnar. Bobby beat him last time.
All right. Brock or Bobby? Who you got, Chef?
My mama said Bobby Boucher gonna win this one.
Yeah, I got to put my money on Bobby, man. I think Bobby's going to pull out the win again. You know, Bobby has a better track record, and you know, right now Bobby is 2-0 against Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's really 2-0 with Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. LP, who you got?
Drew? I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care about him. Right?
That's a match. That's a match when you make your snacks. That's a snack match.
Go to the bathroom, you know. Chef, man, Drew versus Karrion Kross. Who you got?
I got Drew.
You got Drew?
Drew.
I'm not going against Drew McIntyre, man, and I'm not a big Karrion Kross fan, so yeah, I got to go with Drew on that one. We have the women's title up for grabs. Bianca versus Bayley. LP, who you got?
I got Bianca, but it could be Bayley, but I got Bianca. I got to go with my girl.
All right, Chef. Bianca versus Bayley. Who you got your money on?
I got money on Bianca.
All right. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I think Bayley might take that belt off of Bianca. I mean, it will be a good offset seeing that her girls just lost the tag team titles to Asuka and Alexa Bliss. So I really think that Bayley is going to get that belt.
I don't think she's going to get it now. I think she might go over there at Survivor Series. It'd be a little more interesting match because they go for the Survivor Series, then they go for the tag team belts in the Survivor Series.
I don't know. The Crown Jewel is big money, man. That's overseas, and it's always good to see a title change overseas, man. So I want to see at least one title change. And if we're all saying Roman is slated to win, I think that Bayley should take that belt off of Bianca and, you know, really be in contention because Bianca don't really need the belt. She's already solidified herself as a threat, as a champion. And then I would love to see her comeback story back to the belt again. But I think Bayley is taking that belt off of Bianca.
That wasn't an Uzi comment right there. That wasn't
Speaking of why the hell they ain't got a match? Like they take pay-per-views off now? Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Jimmy can really travel internationally like that. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
So I think that really affects him, you know, in those types of matches, just because of his status, man. And if you guys don't know, I'm not going to spread no rumors, but just go and look it up yourself, see what's going on with Jimmy Uso, and you know you can see why certain events they can't really, you know, they have some problems getting over the border, you know. But I still see the tribal chief taking that without the help of the Usos. You know, maybe Sammy might get involved.
Oh no,
we would love to see that. We would love to see that. Oh man, let's read some of these comments here. Going back to the Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, your boy, Mr. Everything, commented completely scripted fight. Completely scripted fight. And I think I have to do it, fellas. I think that Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva needs to give some type of award. I believe that everybody on the Best Damn Wrestling podcast would agree if we gave the Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva the WTF award. Congratulations to Jake Paul and Anderson Silva for our WTF moment. I got to give it that because nobody really saw that coming, and then people saw it coming, so it just made it weird. I don't know.
I had a runner-up. I had.
Who's your runner-up for the WTF award?
Now, Otis and Riddle match. The rest of Tippy Bells.
You know what? I like that match. They always do a holiday match, right?
That was a big worm.
It was a big worm, but I'm glad he brought it back. I'm glad he brought the worm back, man. Anybody remember the worm when you get on the ground and you just kind of roll? Otis, he's a big guy. Otis is all about 5'8", probably about 300 pounds. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a trucker. just like a one of them mechanics who fixes the car and they crack always out. He looked like one of them guys. But Otis, man, he used to do this move called the worm, and he brought it out for one night and one night only during this Halloween themed match against Matt Riddle. I thought the match was entertaining. I wasn't looking, when I saw what type of match it was, I was like, okay, this is going to be an entertaining match. And both of those guys are funny. You know what I'm saying? Both of them can entertain. I enjoyed the Halloween match. So if you hadn't had a chance to go check it out, and if you love Halloween, I thought it was called, what was the name of the match? The Spills and Thrills? Yeah, Halloween Street Fight. Yeah, there you go. Halloween Street Fight. So if you want to go back and watch Raw, check that match out. You can see what Jeff Showtime is talking about, why he gave that the WTF runner-up award. But I would definitely have to say the WTF award goes to the Jake Paul and Anderson Silva fight. But like I said, if that fight was to promote fighters' rights, man, I applaud that. Let's see where he goes with that. Let's go back into it. We got a comment that says, "Ding dong, hello, Bayley is taking it home." Oh. Somebody agrees with me.
I said it was a high chance. But I can't go against my sister. I'm sorry, man. Can't go against
the sister. You know what I'm saying? I dig it. Bianca has solidified herself as a definite legend in the game, man. Just for some of the stuff that she's already done, she's broken records and really pushed the boundaries of what it means to be a WWE superstar. So congratulations to Bianca and all her accolades, man. But she is definitely gonna lose that belt at Crown Jewel.
She probably need to lose it, to be honest. Like, can you imagine the women division if Charlotte was back, Becky was back, Bianca's there, Rhea's there, Bayley? Like, if they get that, like they had at one point in time, because the women division is not what it used to be. When all of them come back, if they all come back, I would say Ronda, but I think Ronda about to leave again. I think Ronda's not liking her job at all, so I'm not even gonna say Ronda. I think she's ready to quit.
You know what? I think the women's division is more diverse than ever, and I think that they really have some big, strong women that can really compete with each other. If you guys notice, man, Bianca has put on more muscle. She was huge on Monday Night Raw. We got a comment from the Best Damn Nation. Bianca do look bigger and stronger. Yeah, she does. She put on some muscle, man, and she gonna put the paws on Bayley, but Bayley still gonna ink out with that win. I'm just saying.
Straight up, or you?
I think it's gonna be some interference in the match. That's strategy. But yeah, Bianca is losing that belt come this weekend for Crown Jewel. Fellas, it was a great show. Thank you guys for showing up each and every Wednesday. Let's go around the room real quick. LP, what you got going on? And how can people find you?
Oh, all right. Same old. Doing photo shoots, everything. Working on that. The best way is hit me up on Instagram. One click photography shoots. My TikTok is one spot pop. I gotta remember that. I don't know what the hell it is. But it was kind of like, I posted there a little bit, but my main thing, Instagram. Everything flows through my Instagram.
All right. Chef Showtime, what you got going on, and where can the people find you?
Right now, I'm just working and unpacking. Or you can find me on Facebook at Dante Carter or Dante's Kitchen. Or you can find me on Instagram, Chef Showtime. You can find me on TikTok, Chef Showtime. But yeah, that's it.
All right. And my name is Brian Renegade. You can follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, MySpace, and Black Planet. What's the old one? AOL.
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 In the BlackBerry community.
Yeah. On the nearest dial-up service near you at Brian Renegade. You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy and everything that I got going on. And if you want to follow the show on all of our platforms, beautiful people, you can follow us on Instagram at The Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. You can follow us on our Facebook page, Best Damn Wrestling. You can follow us on our Facebook group at the BD Wrestling Podcast. Almost messed it up, but it's okay. You can follow us on Twitter at Best Damn Crew, and you can follow us on Twitch at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And if you want to become a part of the Best Damn Nation, you can support your boys for a sandwich, some fries, and a drink. $5, you can become a part of the Best Damn Nation. And join your boys. You got all kind of paraphernalia on the page that you can check out.
More
hats. Yeah, we got hats, hoodies, shirts, cups, condoms, everything at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast page on Patreon. And everybody out there on Radioland, on Pandora, on iHeartRadio. And if you just so happen to have an Alexa, just say, Alexa, play the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And Alexa will play the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. This is episode 15 if you would like to listen to it. And if you want to check out the rest of the episodes, just tell Alexa to play the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, and your boys will be on the radio waves, pleasuring your ears with wrestling talk. Fellas, love y'all like play cousins. Thank y'all for watching us. Best Damn Nation. Continue to follow us on all platforms. Check us out next Wednesday at 6 o'clock, same bat time, same bat place. Fellas, I will check you all out next week on the next Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.